Welcome to Scholastic Support Saturdays with your host, author April Gabriellé.
I am asked about the success of my children in school and how they became so successful as students. And so I have to say that this discipline begins early, right, in school. Elementary school, preschool, when they start to socialize with other children, with teachers, and get accustomed and acclimated to the school system. And so today's lesson is going to be about checking your student's backpack. Yes, I did that quite often, especially with my son. Not for any, foul play or anything like that, but because he was a little disorganized when he was younger, like a lot of boys are. It's known that girls are a lot more detailed and a lot more organized with their schoolwork, right? But my son, sometimes, he would get notes coming home, and, oh, he hasn't completed this, and he didn't complete that, and he'd say, yes, I did it. Well, did you turn it in? Okay, but today's lesson, I'm going to give you a few tips and a few lessons on how to organize your children for the school day, okay? And be prepared for the teacher, especially when they come home with that talk. It's like you want to believe your kids, and you got to believe the teacher says, and sometimes the teacher can be wrong, but sometimes there's some truth in that. So the first thing you want to do is ask your child, hey, I got a note. Why does this teacher have this note? And basically, I don't know. I do my work. I don't know what's going on. So, here's the backpack. We're going to just take the backpack. Here's the backpack. Ignore that it's a girl's backpack, boy's backpack. Okay, so you set a rule in your house that when the kids come home, and it can be once a week. You don't have to do it every day. You do it every day, however, if they're not following procedures and you continuously get notes from the teachers or phone calls, okay, then you will do it accordingly. So when they come home, my son and my daughter, at least once a week. My daughter had to do so often because she was pretty well organized. But you ask them to empty their backpacks, okay? So the first thing you want to do is ask them to dump out their backpack. So they'll dump out their backpacks as such, right? Hey, you'll see that. You'll see the expensive calculator, and they'll see that. Keep dumping it. Keep dumping. Okay, keep dumping. And then what you do is you start going through things with them. They'll stand here with you, and you just gently start taking stuff out. So let's see. All right. I see all this stuff in your backpack, notes and papers, and pictures, okay, whatever. And I know kids will be kids, and pens, a marker, a lighter. What you got a lighter for? What's that for? Oh, it's one of my friend's lighters. Well, I tell you about carrying other people's stuff. Get rid of that lighter. I don't want to see that lighter again. Now, you see little pictures and stuff of them and friends and all that good stuff and whatever. So the papers, of course, that you're looking for, right? The culprit of the papers you're looking for mostly, right, are let's say the math assignment. But here you have this. So you say, okay, you have this, and then you have some mechanical pencil lead, but I don't see the mechanical pencils. Where are those? I don't know. And then you start going through it. You see the cell phone. Yeah, I know they got better cell phones today. And like I said, the calculator. You also want to make sure the calculator has batteries, right? You also want to make sure it's working properly, and make sure they turn it on and make sure it's working. And occasionally ask them how to use it, okay? To show you that they know how to use it. Now, this might be the notebook, whatever. So you go through the notebook. You see the homework. Okay, fine. You look at it, go, oh, okay, 82. Okay, that's pretty good, not bad. But what paper is the teacher talking about? Oh, I don't know. I told you that I'm doing my homework. Okay, so you keep going and you go through the papers and you're looking, you're going, what is this? Unfold these papers so we can see them all and you know what you're looking at. Wow, voila, this is the paper the teacher is talking about. This is the homework that you said you turned in, but you didn't. Okay, so we got to keep this from happening. So what we normally do in the family, what I did was, when it was too much of a problem for my son and the teacher, and I wasn't sure who was telling the truth, I made sure I documented his homework and signed off on it before he got to school. So you tell him, unravel these papers, open them up, open up every piece of paper in here and open it up. You take your folder, you section it out. There's a section in the notebooks, right? That's why they have these type of notebooks sometimes. They have different sections, right? You put the homework that needs to be turned in, you put it in one section. The review papers and things that you have already taken tests on, you put it in another section, because you're going to have to go back and revisit this stuff for a test, okay? And so you put this in another section, and this is how you tell them you want to see this notebook every time you visit it with them, okay? And so you go through the work, whatever, look for the classes and that they're taking, and sometimes that's divided, you know, here, like I said, let me see, she has divided notes, homework, what is that, quizzes, I'm sorry, notes, homework, quizzes, what is that, I don't know what that says, something packing, whatever, and this is what this looks like, okay, in the textbook. Then what you do is you'll go through, you did that through these notes, you go through this notebook, it might be a whole different class, here we go again, what's up with all these little papers? Thank God they still sit here. Oh, you got time to have Justin Bieber's picture in your stuff, but you ain't got time to turn your homework. Okay, we got to get that together. All right, you got time to write little notes to people and all that. You better get it together. All right, I don't want to see any more of those notes coming home from the teacher you haven't turned in your homework. It better improve. Okay, so basically that's a quickie organizational skill that you can give to your children while they're in school, and you can help them to help themselves and own their education. Remember I said really big on helping kids own their education. So early, just make sure that they get organized, all right? That's what you can do for them, is help them to become more organized, all right? And there you go. And so thanks again for visiting me with Scholastic Support Saturday, your host and author, April Gabriellé, The Myth of the Broken Home, and the Single Parent Counselor. And remember, it's your job to help them to become high achievers in school. It starts at home. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.